Since the Switch's launch, it's quickly become one of the most popular consoles out there, even outselling the beloved PS4 in 2018. And that's no surprise when you look at the incredible and vast library of game it's built up over the past 2 years. But it can get hard to choose which game is right for you, and all of us at the Slurp want to help. Today, we'll be putting New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze against each other in our very first Super Game Smash. I'm Sean DeSheep, and this is the Slurp.
Let's go!
First up is level design. Level design is vital to a fun and fluid platformer, and Mario pretty much wrote the textbook on that. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe has by far the most original and fun level design of any new title in the series. It takes the Mario formula you know and love and does it really well, even bringing back the world map design from Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. A new hazard or gimmick is introduced in fun ways in each level and continues to come back in new ways throughout it. But for those longtime fans of the series, it may seem a bit stale. In fact, one may argue that it doesn't do much to push the series forward, especially in comparison to a title like Tropical Freeze. Tropical Freeze is everything a modern platformer should be and more in the level design area. Unlike the one-note worlds of Mario like Sand Theme or Water Theme, Tropical Freeze's levels are alive and dynamic. One world may take you from a Lion King style parade of animals to a crazy tornado to a fire that started because of the same tornado back to the burnt remains of the Pride Lands. DK definitely wins the level design. It does what great platformers do and puts you into a rhythm of jumping and dodging as you take in the sights. Speaking of sights, let's look at graphics and presentation. Nintendo is finally in the HD era. Both games consistently run at 60 frames per second and 180p when in docked mode and 720p in handheld. The backgrounds in Mario can look like something special, especially in the Van Gogh-inspired levels, but it doesn't do enough to get over that boring and repetitive assets that make up each level. Not only that, but the music is basically the same as the compositions from the DS game, with their annoying doot-doos back in all their splendor. On the other hand, Donkey Kong is more vibrant than ever. I already talked about how they design levels to tell a story, and every level has a completely fresh and fun asset. But I haven't even begun to brag on David Wise's soundtrack. He's back with the series after doing the original trilogy, and sounds better than ever. What can I say? Next up is accessibility. Both games are built with Joy-Con play, meaning that they have a very simple control scheme. They include a jump and action button mapped to a typical A and B buttons, movement with the D-pad or analog stick, and use the ZL and ZR buttons for grabbing and a few other actions. They also require for you to shake the Joy-Con at various times, which can be annoying in handheld mode. Great, they both control like Nintendo Switch platformers. So which one is more accessible? Which one would I rather play with my 5-year-old cousin, or friend that's never been into games before? You've gotta give it to Mario. NSMBU is easy to pick up at any age. But is it too easy? The next category is challenge. Alright guys, I think it's pretty clear who's gonna win this one. Tropical Freeze slides in to win once again. Mario plays it safe, with family-friendly gameplay with even the much harder Luigi U DLC that's bundled in being easy for seasoned gamers. Especially since the two new characters, Nabbit and Toadette, soften any challenge by either making you invincible or makes it impossible for falling into pits, basically breaking the game. Meanwhile, Donkey Kong offers a serious challenge. In the original mode, managing the different power-ups and navigating the tricky level design will kick your butt if you're not careful as the game progresses. Even the easier Funky Kong mode can be a challenge. Rather than breaking the game with power-ups the game was never designed for in the first place, Funky Kong is a combination of every character's moveset with a little more life. While it's by no means the Dark Souls of platformers, it's challenging and will leave you with a satisfied and smiling when you beat it. Last up is multiplayer. The Switch has been marketed as a great thing for parties and passing time with friends on the go, and these games highlight that. Donkey Kong allows for 2 players, with one controlling Donkey Kong and the other one controlling one of his 3 buddies. It's fun and requires cooperation with tight platforming and the fact that you split your moveset between the 2 characters. But I'd argue this game is best enjoyed alone. With the movesets being split across the 2 and special levels like minecart levels being designed for single player, I don't think it's the best co-op platformer. Meanwhile, Mario continues to dominate the party. With 5 playable characters and 4-player co-op, it's honestly no question as to which game takes this. Whether playing to win together or playing to throw each other off the stage, it's a ton of fun. In fact, the reason I bought this game was so that I could have a game to play with my little sister. Mario wins. Overall, I think that these are 2 really solid platformers. Mario is definitely the one to get if you're searching for a fun game to play with friends or even a game to introduce someone into the gaming world. But for my money, I think Donkey Kong provides more of what I'm looking for. A fun and fluid platformer constantly upping the challenge, use of world building through level design, and it pushes the genre forward while giving us those sweet nostalgia feels. Donkey Kong comes in with the final smash and wins our first Super Game Smash. If you guys like this new series, hit the like button and tell us which games you want to see duke it out in the comments below. Also, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications of when new videos come out. Peace out!